Attention everybody, Rooster is already on screen. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. And some of this content may be adult in nature, so please use discretion while watching with your children. So without any further ado, here he is, Johnny Rooster.
It's me. Happy Friday. And not only happy Friday, Good Friday. And that's the best kind of Friday to have, is a Good Friday. In all reality, we are celebrating our Lord and Savior's resurrection on Sunday. And today is a day of remembrance. So remember the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ this weekend especially. So today, it's a giveaway moment. And today is a birthday of an upcoming guest, Christy Boyle. She'll be on the show very near future, the second Wednesday. That's what it'll be, the second Wednesday. She'll be the co-host that day. And she's having a birthday today and was going to be stopping by to see me, and she didn't. So that's okay. She has an out-of-town trip planned. Last year, she got sidelined from COVID-19. Sounds like a bad thing to be sidelined with, but she's going to win something today. So Christy Boyle from Springfield is now a proud winner of Traveler's House coffee, a free single drip coffee, and a Blueberry Muffin. Compliments of Greg, the owner of Traveler's House Coffee on West Republic. Yes, that's exciting news. Next week we're going to give away some Deb's Nail Studio, a manicure, and pampering worth $40. So be ready for that, ladies. Next week, a proud winner. What do we got here? This just in.
Pampering. That's all about
Pampered pedicure for $40 at Amore Salon and Spa on National. That's what's coming up next week. So be ready for the big winner next week. Now, we have scheduled today Marcus Ayton. He is running for the Springfield City Mayor position. So far, Marcus is working at a bakery, and that young man is busy in the bakery. And sometimes that schedule overlaps into this time frame. So if Marcus is here, we're going to interview him, and he is running on Tuesday, April 6th. That's Election Day. Springfield, Missouri Mayor, running against the current mayor. So we'll find out if he's going to be here. In the meantime, Matt, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
We've got a wonderful video, about 11-minute segment, and then another one to pop in because there's a lot of pre-charged stuff here. And don't go away. This is going to be fun, and it'll be worth it.
All right, here we go.
What your insurance needs are, and definitely be licensed and insured. Network. You need to look at people who are in real estate, just out doing my business, doing it as well as I can. And people will approach me and say, hey, my guy, I have a hard time getting him here. He says he's going to get here. He's tearing up things. Get yourself known. Visit as many people as possible in places that have a lot under one roof. That's one way to do it. I do the nursing and rehabs here in Springfield, preferred hospice, and I had like 13 different homes in my region that I could handle that they wanted me to do. Always under promise, over deliver. I get a lot of business by people who basically promise and never deliver.
Sorry. Is he heavy?
Yeah.
You got a plump middle.
Well, there's two rats in there.
Well, you just had some food, huh? That would have been fun to show him eating a rat.
Oh my gosh, it's so fast too.
A fast eater.
Mm-hmm. He's a hearty eater.
And what kind of boa?
It's a ball python.
Ball python.
Yeah.
Where are they native to?
West Africa.
You've got clients from Africa.
I do.
You got clients from everywhere.
Yes, I do.
So people from anywhere can find you.
Yes.
But do they need to live in this area to do business with you?
No, I'm actually licensed in Missouri, Arkansas, Kansas, and Tennessee. So those folks, they can call me and I can get them hooked up with whatever they need as far as health insurance goes.
Why are women afraid of snakes more than men?
I find there's a lot of men that are afraid of snakes. I see it all the time.
I'm going on the assumption because my wife was the jumpier of us. So
Yeah.
you're
Well,
saying a lot of men are afraid of snakes.
Yes, men are scaredy cats of snakes.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm not jumping backwards, but so how do you know that? Have you had experience with men being afraid of a snake? Of your snake?
Yes. Yes.
Can you give me an example of somebody who was afraid of your snake?
Yes, we were moving and we were showing our house and the man walked into the bedroom and the snake was in the cage and he was out, from underneath his log, and he went out screaming like a girl.
Really?
It was hilarious.
You didn't have this snake to out where it was scary.
No, it was just in the cage. Yeah.
I would not be happy to see a snake that's out of the cage and I didn't know the snake was in the room, but that wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
You have a prankster in your family and he likes to he had an artificial snake out.
Yes, he put it on the underside of my toilet in my bedroom.
Did you get a good jump?
I got a good jump. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know when.
Well, that's great. So
Yeah.
what snake name did you come up with?
Well, this snake name, my kids helped me name him, and his name is Goku.
Goku. And how would you spell Goku?
I guess Goku.
Not that the snake's going to check you on your spelling.
No, absolutely not.
Does it have any significance?
It's from
Goku.
from a cartoon back in the early 2000s.
So some people like to see a snake around somebody's neck. Is that a good idea or does it matter?
Well,
Is it a comfortable way to do things or is it a dangerous way to do
as
things?
you can see, he's really hanging on.
Like
my
if you got a
wrist.
good squeeze, and I'd be responsible because I said put him on your neck.
No, I
Fashion
drive
statement.
with him like this sometimes when I go to
Fashion
the pet
statement.
store.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, and I get funny
So to
looks
go
in
to
the car
the pet store, why would the snake need to go to the pet store?
just to show him off.
Okay, there wasn't any real.
Not
Not because I
just to
feel.
show him off.
Do snakes get sick and need attention with a veterinary?
Yes, if they're not well taken care of, they could end up with mites, or from if you get a piece of wood for them to crawl on or a rock or something from outside, you'd have to treat it before you put it in the tank. Also, they could end up with lung disorders if you don't keep it dry.
If they smoke.
So it's just
What?
maintenance.
So do they have to be in a certain environment to be healthier?
Yes. Of course, the warmer it is, the more active he is, and he's pretty squeezing my neck pretty hard right now. But it's all right because we're used to each other because I've had him for 20 years.
Your snake is 20 years, 21?
20 years old.
Old enough to vote.
Old enough to vote.
Well, how long would a snake like this live?
20, 30 years in captivity.
So it's getting to be an older snake.
Yeah, but he has potential to live a long time.
But with 20 years, that's going to be a big loss.
Yes.
That's not like a gerbil.
No.
My son's gerbil passed away after 3 years, so you get 20 years with something and you're really quite attached.
Yeah.
Do you travel with a snake?
No, not really.
So what do you do when you have to go somewhere? Do you have snake watchers?
Nope, we just make sure his cage is closed and let him be.
Low maintenance.
Yeah, very low maintenance. So easy. I mean, you could. Oh my gosh, where'd he go? This is why he's called a ball, because they wind up in a ball.
Ball
Ball.
boa. Ball python.
Ball python. Yeah.
It's not a boa.
No, different.
It's a totally different.
Totally different. Yeah.
It's a ball python.
This is the smaller of the constrictors. So they
Okay.
don't get any bigger. much bigger than this, other than big around, and they're more. This type of breed or species, they are very docile. And of course, yes, I've been bitten.
So do they have teeth?
They have like serrated barbs that are in their on the top of their mouth.
Not fangs.
Not fangs, but so that keeps the rat, mouse, whatever, keep going down. So they're like barbs, and yes, I've been bitten. It does draw blood, but it was my fault. He was hungry, and I just got in from outside. It was a hot day, and all he saw was my hand, which they see infrared. They don't see like we do. Okay. So they just see heat sensors. Okay. And these little holes around his mouth, his jaw, those help him sense heat. And as he's sticking out his tongue, he's smelling the air, wanting to see if there's a rat somewhere.
But wouldn't this snake be full after eating 2 rats?
Yeah, he won't eat again for a couple weeks. So they don't have, but are they're looking for rats anyway? Or is there an instinct to look for food even when they're not hungry? Well, if they're, like the opportunity arose that he could eat like 2. Like if I ate 2 cheeseburgers, I'm not going to be looking around for a third one. Right, exactly. But he's just looking around and kind of. But the tongue, it's not just looking for food. No, it's just that's what they do. That's just what they do. They're looking. Do they blink? No. No. No, he does not blink. But they do flick the tongue. They takes the place of blinking. Got to do something. Yeah. So you feed your snake 2 rats? It depends on the size of the rat. So we fed him 2 small ones this last time. Where do you get rats? Oh, at the pet store. They have special rats that they breed for feeding. So do people have pet rats and feeding rats? Is that a thing? Yes. Well, not the, like at the same time. Like there are 2 different kinds of rats? Two different people. Usually if you are they different types of rats? No. No. So some consider pet, some consider pet food. Correct. Wow. That's it. Are snakes a food of any other animal? A lot of birds of prey will eat a snake. Yes. They probably like spaghetti too. Eagles, hawks. That's funny. Yeah. So keep them away from eagles and hawks. Keep them away from eagles, hawks, owls. I do have some owls out in the woods. I live in a rural area. I hear them sometimes. Yeah. And no, he's not poisonous. So. Well, what's a good way to know a snake's age? Like you see a tree, you can count the rings. Is there any telltale signs of a snake age? I don't know that. I don't either. And I thought if you did, this would be the time to find out. Yeah, I wish I knew. So looking at a snake, you're not going to be able to say, that's an older snake. No. Because I can tell by a dog sometimes, the muzzle or something in the eyes. Yeah, yeah. But really a snake's not going to share his age. Yep. How about a gender of a snake? How do you know? Well, you have to probe them. Or sounds fun. I don't know. I've never experienced it. So I really don't know if this is a female or a male because I've never had him probed. And so down here, this is really cool because these snakes have claws on their tail. Claws? Yes, they have these little claws. Right. Oh, I see it. Well, he won't sit still long enough. It's like, leave me alone. But right here and right here. Oh, this one fell off. Oh, wait, no, it's there. What do the claws do? Help pull them? Well, it's used in breeding. Really? It's part of courtship. Okay. But we don't know if this is the male or female. Most likely it is a female because of her size. Its size. Because a male would be a larger... No, females are bigger. Females are bigger. Females are bigger, males are smaller. That's an unusual thing, isn't it? Yes, yes. Like in the bird and fish world, males are prettier, but in this case, males are smaller. So what is the size of a female compared to the male? Is it quite a bit bigger? 3 to 4 feet for a male, and a female will get up to 5 to 6 feet.
Well, we're back, and little did I know from that snake interview that snakes have claws. Yeah. The better to populate you with. So, snakes, and whether you like them or not, you know, Stacy, she's chiming in here. I don't like snakes. Well, I'm not a big fan, but LeeAnn Miller understands snakes, and she understands Medicare. So if you have questions, you're turning 65 or know someone who is, that would be LeeAnn Miller. She's a good resource for Medicare, and she's also a good resource for health and life insurance for anyone. The good news is the open enrollment extended from May 15th all the way through August 15th. They are lining up lots of free stuff coming up. So good news in the insurance world. If you need some insurance for health insurance, it's coming up very affordable. All right, now our next role is going to be our babies, our plastic friends, watching a little TV, finding some good stuff right here in Springfield, Missouri. Let's find out what the #1 tourist attraction is and how the babies respond.
Hey, Elmer.
Yeah, Emma.
What's on TV tonight?
Oh, I like a good piece of
I like a good peaceful protest.
You don't even know what a peaceful protest is if it bits you on the knee.
I don't like your attitude.
Well, I don't like the sound of your voice. Just hush up and watch the TV.
Who is that?
Maybe it's your grandma.
Aren't we brother and sister?
Be quiet. Change the channel. I hate politics.
But so Carolyn's your wife.
Correct.
She wanted the pig.
Yep.
And you decided it's okay.
Yep.
And what's your take on it now? Would you do anything different?
Oh no. Well, I wouldn't do anything different with getting him. But the only thing I would do is just get him around more people, get him in the truck. But
Get him used to the public and the transportation.
yeah, because I'm the one that usually feeds him in the morning every time. So,
Is it restrictive to have a pig if you need to go somewhere out of town? How would you take care of him?
well, we have our director of operations that works out of our house, and so she's always here to
That's
take
perfect, a built-in help.
Yeah.
But normally you're going to have somebody to take care
Yeah.
of.
Well, they call them potbelly pig. There's so many varieties. They're so interbred that they don't even know what they are. They're supposed to say small. 9 chances out of 10 that you don't. You can spend a lot of money on getting a toy one. They call it a toy. They say really small.
Are they indoor animals or outdoor, or are they both?
They're both. And Rusty stays indoors most of the time. He goes out his little piggy door when he wants to go outside. And when it was really cold outside, he stuck his nose outside and said, "Nope, I saw my breath. I'm going back in. I'll use the litter box."
I like to eat chocolate.
You're a piggy too.
This is Johnny Rooster. We're getting out here on the Skateland skate floor, Springfield Skateland. Just what are you doing for spring break? This is a spring break on a Friday afternoon. All the kids out here. Not too many old guys like me, but I'm here with my son. Malachi is 11. He likes to skate. He's got the best skates in the house too, boy. He's got the skates that light up. Where is he?
Oh no, I get dizzy too watching that.
Hi everybody, Johnny Rooster here at beautiful Bass Pro Shops in Springfield, Missouri. Outdoor world, indoors right here. We're indoors on the outdoor world. definitely going to take the escalator. Got my son with me, got my wife with me. We're going up the escalator, of course. We're going to escalate? Don't escalate anything. There's a black bear right there. There's some elk. There's a little bobcat hiding. Beautiful scenery, and there's the real fish. They're not stuffed. There you go. Check the flooring and make sure you, that's one big elk. He's huge. 4 times. 26 feet tall, tough it. These look so real. The trees do. Oh dear. I thought the trees were real. Oh wait, no. They're not, but they look real.
This is boring. Change the channel, you dummy.
I'm not bored. I like the deer.
What's going on?
World record. Wow. Look at all his teeth. Mostly fish don't have teeth like that.
Emma, you knucklehead. I said change the channel already.
Mostly fish don't have teeth like that.
That does it, Emma.
Oh, you never know what little Emma and little Elmer get into, the plastic babies. They squabble like siblings do, and that's just life in the plastic lane, if you know what I mean. So, on Johnny Rooster Morning Mouth, our goal here is to promote and establish a fan base for performing artists. So if you know anybody that's wanting to develop their artistic ability through music, drama, acting, painting, artists of any kind, especially in the performing arts with comedy and music and acting. So that's who we want to see on the show. Just another category is nonprofits. If you have a nonprofit or you're a leader of a nonprofit. Another category is a business owner. Of course, entrepreneurs, always welcome on Johnny Rooster. So we want you to go to JohnnyRoosterLive.com. That's JohnnyRoosterLive.com. Go right into the section that says guest sign up. It's on the home page, and you can fill that out and get on the schedule. We're booked through April. This is the April month already. We're already booked, but get ready for May and get on the schedule for Johnny Rooster Live. All right. So the next one we're going to do is a highlight from a nonprofit called Nightlight.org. Amazing ministry to moms that are going through a trouble in their pregnancy. Let's say they've got a situation in life and they don't know what to do. They provide counseling. They also do adoption, embryo adoption, international adoption, and local adoption. So they have those 3 options available. The adoption options. Yeah. You go ahead and find out more about that right now.
I do pregnancy counseling with women who are experiencing an unplanned or crisis pregnancy.
Yeah.
And looking at options, looking at life-giving options for their child, looking at is parenting the right choice for me and my child, or would choosing an adoptive parent, would that be the right choice for my child?
Okay.
So those are the types of families that I work with. And then, of course, I also work with the adoptive families as well.
Okay.
Our agency offers embryo adoption.
Okay.
So that does allow adoptive mothers the opportunity to achieve pregnancy and experience childbirth and give birth to their adopted child.
We were looking in the adoption process. I think it started back 2017. And then in 2019, this little guy was born. His name's Henry. He's playing with toys. And he was born in February 2019. He's been with us ever since.
When I was in high school, my good friend was a birth mother and had an open adoption with her daughter. And so we thought this would just be a good way to love birth mothers and expand our family.
We're not millionaires. We're regular, blue collar, hardworking folks.
What do you do?
I'm a medical social worker.
There are options financially.
Yeah.
You were working hard, but you
We
had
were working hard, but we didn't understand it. And then I remember, I'll never forget, like in December, we got blessed with like this phenomenal undisclosed grant from we didn't know who, and it really, really like helped make some serious progress. So we had like one giant one, and then we had other people that would just contribute here and there, and we just kept contributing ourselves, and so it was doable, and I didn't think it was.
When we took on a second job, I worked at a restaurant, and the owner of the restaurant, surprisingly, he was a part of the adoption process. He adopted his 2 children, and when he found out that I'm working here so we can pay for an adoption, made everything possible for me to get that job. And surprisingly, his name was Hank too. So
we always thought this guy was kind of, there were some abnormalities, but I don't know if you call them coincidences or whatever, but I always prayed and I said, God, if I ever get a son, I want to name him Hank, because my last name's Hanks.
So Hank Hanks is this little guy?
And so his name was Henry, so the nickname for Henry is Hank.
Well, there you go. That sounds like a baseball player.
Yeah, exactly. I always thought that.
That was the name.
That was a birth mom, and so I thought.
How old is Hank? Is that what you call him?
Henry. Yeah.
Henry. How old is Henry?
He just turned 2.
And then, what's your name again?
This is Olive.
Olive, and how old are you?
4.
4? Okay. And then when is the next edition coming?
Any day. Up till Saturday.
Boy or girl?
Boy.
Boy. Got a name picked out? Is it a big secret?
Yeah.
Okay. We won't reveal it. It's like the name reveal, not the gender reveal. What can you say about Nightlight, their program?
Yeah, absolutely. I have good Nightlight, an easy A+. I mean, you're good. Our social worker worked with us all the way through. All the support staff, everyone involved, making each process, easy to go through and understandable and achievable at the end. And they're able to get you the results and get you the support you need. So, absolutely, 100% would say, yeah, go with that.
I would say plan on 2 years. It is a process.
Okay.
So there are many steps involved, including paperwork and interviews and preparations before even being able to adopt. And then the longest part of it is waiting, and that's sometimes the hardest part of adoption, is waiting to be chosen. So the Hanks were chosen by their son's birth mother. She had the opportunity to look at profile books of adoptive families who were waiting, and they had pictures and information about their family, and she was drawn specifically to them. She saw something in their family that she felt like was a good match for her son.
Does the birth mother know about the adoptive parents or not? That's the question.
Absolutely. I remember back in August 2018, our church did our 21-day fast, and I was fasting and praying, and then at the very end, the Lord told me, hey, we're opening up a new church plant in Joplin, go and volunteer. So we did. So we were commuting from Springfield back and forth every Sunday, helping out mainly with the child care for about 6 months, and then at the end of January, I just felt in my heart, I felt the Lord say, go back, just hang out in Ozark and Springfield. Thank you, and that was it. And he said, make February 3rd your last day. And I said, okay, very interesting. So February 3rd, 2019, our pastor is preaching on the topic of adoption, right? Adoption, abortion, and that whole thing. And we're looking at it, and it was the last day. It was a very profound message. And then when we came back, Henry was born that day. The very next day, we get the call from our social worker, said, hey, this cute little boy was born. Are you guys interested in having him show us your profile? I said, oh yeah, sure. And then by Tuesday, he's ours.
Wow.
So the day he preached it, and the day back in January, I felt the Lord say, hey, just make February 3rd your last day. I'm going to need you to take a year off of ministry. I said, okay, sure.
But you didn't know it at the time.
No, we had no idea. It was probably
that
one of
was
those wild
when
things.
was that when you heard that message?
February 3rd.
But that was the day you heard that message?
No,
You
no.
said when did you
Okay.
hear that? Yeah.
The end of January. So it was like
Okay,
January
so really
28th
soon,
or something like that.
just a few days before.
Yeah, or,
so
or-
make
yeah, it was
February
like-
3rd means like this next week.
Right. Make this Sunday your last Sunday. I'm
Yeah.
going to need you guys to stay home. I said, oh, okay. And that was it. And, you know, from
Some results may vary.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So some results
I
may
see
vary.
that on-
Because I
not a
thought it was
typical-
just-
not
yeah,
typical.
No, that's very untypical.
That wouldn't be what everybody's
Right,
experiencing.
but I just thought it was just like super prophetic because it's like, here's where I'm at. I'm with John Lindell in James River Church,
Yeah.
and here he is, February 3rd, preaching about, you know, the Andrew Cuomo
Mhm.
abortion thing, and then, you know, adopting it as an alternate answer. So it just always felt like that timing was incredibly profound. Incredibly.
Great.
Yeah, that's
The day
insane.
Henry was born.
And that was the day Henry was born. Yeah, I'll never forget it.
It's
Yeah.
incredible. It really is.
There's a lot of unique stories out there, aren't there?
Yes, absolutely.
What's this?
That's Henry
you
really
demonstrate it,
likes
Henry?
lights. He really and you
Demonstrate
have to
that,
hit it.
Henry.
Oh, he's like, that's
He
fine.
really likes lights.
Well, okay. Maybe you could be a lighting technician.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, you
Take
never
him to
know.
the roller skating place.
This
He'll
dude
probably
is-
like that.
This dude is insanely strong. It's insane. He's got like ab definition and like squat. It's insane. He's like a train, but his birth mom is like this crazy, you know, power lifter, you know,
Oh my
state
gosh.
champion, multiple.
You got some good genes
yeah,
there.
exactly. So he is strong.
When
He's
did-
insanely strong. It's like, what the heck?
When did the adoption go through?
Okay, so so February 3rd, when he was born. We got
Yes.
the call. You know, February 4th, February 5th is when he was with us.
Wow.
And then he was in the hospital for a few more days. He was a preemie, and then like the next week he was home with us. And then by November of that year, November 2019, is when we finalized his adoption officially.
So adoption official, all that stuff going on, but he was with you right
Yeah,
away.
he was with us all the way through it. So.
Is that typical to have an adoption where their family is with the adopted child while the paperwork's going on?
Yeah, that's pretty typical, and most of the adoptions.
Because
that we
people
help
don't
with-
want to wait for their baby.
Right. Well, and
It's like,
it's
the
better
kid's
for
born,
the
let's
child to
have
be
this.
able to bond with their adoptive family as soon as possible. So, yeah. And that's typically what birth parents desire, is for their child to be with their adoptive parents.
Do you specialize in adoptions, or do you have other situations that you help people with?
We specialize in adoptions, domestic, international, and embryo adoptions, and then as well as do the pregnancy counseling.
All right.
Okay, we're back. Nightlight.org for that wonderful ministry, or adoptionbridge.com. And what is going on? Mr. Bunny is here. I guess the Easter Bunny wanted to stop by because it's getting close to that time. Thanks for being here, buddy. I know you popped in on us the other day, so if you haven't seen that, go back and look at that Johnny Rooster show from Wednesday for a surprise visit, and the morning drive. He also popped in. Of course, there's a lot of technical difficulties that day, but we got it ironed out. So whether you're here, there, or anywhere, it's a fun thing to do. Go out and celebrate this joyous season full of life in the new world of spring. Thank you for being here. We're going to go to our important messages, which are really interesting. So I want you to see that. Hang on for that, and we'll keep going after that.
And some people have no idea what's next around the corner once they reach Medicare age, parts A and B, and what's C and D, and a Medicare Advantage plan. Each client is unique. I do what we call fact finding and go over some things and learn about them and get to know them and what they want and what their concerns are, and make sure that they stay in network with their doctors. I'm actually licensed in Missouri, Arkansas, Kansas, and Tennessee. So those folks, they can call me and I can get them hooked up with whatever they need as far as health insurance goes.
She doesn't sit back and wait for someone else. If the phone lines are lit up and I can't get it, she's just as apt to answer the phone herself. We do keep 2 same-day appointments every day that we don't schedule ahead of time. That's there for that. And we get a lot of same-day where that's hard to get in to other clinics. You know, that when you call up and say, I need to get in today. And I think that's the nature of rural health clinics such as ours, is that we're there when you're sick. You're not going to have to wait a week or 2 weeks.
Who are the majority of your customers?
Hey, buddy, look out!
What kind of people are they? Or what kind of businesses?
Usually they are either elderly.
Who you calling elderly, Sonny?
They have a 2-person income, but no time to do the lawn or do the pretty work or the landscaping or add color. So these are the majority of my clientele, just by very fact of either not able to do it or no time.
And what kind of customers are you looking for now?
More of the same, but also looking for commercial.
What is the best way to reach you?
Through phone, 417-619-4441.
Call that number, Melvin. I can't wait forever.
All right, everybody. Easter Bunny says Marcus Ayton, the candidate for Springfield mayor, he will be here in the studio a little later. His schedule didn't allow him to be here at this moment, but we'll record that for Monday. So make sure that you stay tuned on Monday, Morning Drive, Morning Mouth. We got a lot of mornings, don't we? So the Morning Mouth show at 9 a.m. Monday, April 5th, will air that clip with Marcus Ayton. He is running for Springfield mayor. Just a little bit about that. Marcus is 32 years old. His brother, 28, running for city council, Alexander Ayton. There's several people on that ballot that are pushing for more support for small business. And Marcus Ayton and his brother Alexander are definitely on the side of pro-small business. They also want to address situations like poverty, and there's 25% poverty in the city of Springfield. Meanwhile, our current mayor, Ken McClure, is said to have collected hundreds of thousands of dollars from the city chamber, the Springfield Area Chamber of Commerce. So we want to be ready to be alert and get out and vote on April 6th, whatever your persuasion. We encourage you to do that if you're registered to vote in the city of Springfield, Missouri. It's a very important time. When people are getting ready for spring, they don't always think about it. It's on a Tuesday. What do you think, Mr. Bunny? Yeah, they don't always get out and vote. So voter turnout is typically low. It's not like in a presidential election. So please, I implore you, if you're registered to vote, take time out on Tuesday, April 6th to vote. There's Springfield School Board. I would recommend Dr. Mariam Mohammed Khani and Kelly Byrne for the school board. Those are my picks. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the weekend with your families, with Easter celebrating the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. May God be with all of you. And don't forget, JohnnyRoosterLive.com guest sign up if you'd like to be part of the show as an entrepreneur, as a nonprofit like we had with Nightlight, or as a performer. So thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing all of you next time.